2K's upcoming AAA title, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon gets announced, Splatoon gets reviewed, all that and more coming up right now on Newstoid.
Newstoid. With Jess and Jed.
What's up, guys? I'm Jess.
I'm Jed.
And welcome to Newstoid. And this week we don't have a ton of great news. It was kind of slow, kind of a downer week, but
we tried to get news stories that weren't so Debbie Downer.
Yeah, we tried. So our first one's not too bad. Jumping right in, 2K, as we said, teased their upcoming AAA title, which is called Advent. And when we say teased, we mean they gave us just the bare minimum possible. They literally they tweeted a GIF that shows a cityscape, and then it flashes to sort of some wreckage, like a city that's been like caught on fire and buildings are smoking, and then it just kind of flashes back and forth between those. So, you know, I assume that means it's going to be like post-apocalyptic or, you know, dystopian in some way.
And the cyber sleuths online, I guess, have zoomed into the picture here, which I guess is part of the GIF. I guess there's a poster or something, or maybe it's in the GIF, I don't know. But I know that there's like XCOM's font, so they're thinking it's going to be a new XCOM game, which would make sense. I mean, the series has been doing really well, so...
What, so is Advent just like a code name, do you think?
Maybe. It could just be like XCOM Advent. I mean, it does look futuristic and aliens, so...
非常に新しいプロジェクトもなるかと思うので、このハーブに癒されながらどうにか頑張って乗り切っていただけたらなと思います。ありがとう。
Resident Evil 0, it's getting a remaster because, again, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's getting like an HD remaster.
Yeah.
And I actually never played 0, but I guess it was a prequel to Resident Evil 1, which, you know,
was a good game.
Yeah.
People like it.
People liked Resident Evil 0, I heard, as well.
I think it takes place mostly on a train. I worked on trains once, and they were terrible. So I could imagine them with zombies would be awful.
Yeah.
I mean, but fun, but awful.
Yeah. So that's coming early 2016.
Huzzah! Next up, the Pokemon.
Yeah, so Pokemon now has just announced Super Mystery Dungeon, which will be out for the 3DS. We all remember the little Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series that, I mean, just generally speaking, I didn't play them, and I know a lot of other adults who love the Pokemon series. We didn't really bother with the Mystery Dungeon series
Right,
at all,
it looked a little too cute for me.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, so... that is due out in Japan this fall, this winter in North America, and spring 2016 in Europe. And I don't really know what makes it super, you know, other than just they had to come up with something better than just the regular old Pokemon mystery.
Yeah, I like that Nintendo was like, with the Super Nintendo, they did the same thing. They just put super on all the titles, and now sometimes they throw like, you know what, let's just
better.
Right, let's just do it. Before it was 3D at one point. So what else we got? We got all the hot news for you, like Bloodstained. Bloodstained has $3 million stretch goal, and if we hit it, we get it on Wii U, and it's like 2.8 million right now, so it's probably gonna hit it. Yeah, and this is just a weird enemy that they released like concept art for, which is like
really creepy looking. I like it a lot.
It's like a lion with deer hooves, and
it's the hooves that get me. That's the like creepy part for me.
The hooves?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know. I think the red eyes.
Well, really, all of it.
Yeah, there's none of it that's like, I want to pet this.
They took all of the creepiest things they could think of and then like combined them into one horrifying creature. They were like, hey, why don't you play a game about that?
I'm assuming that thing's gonna float. I don't know how it can walk.
I think it's gonna kind of like, it's gonna
rotate, like spiral at you.
Yeah.
Just deer
like
hooves.
a boomerang, sort of.
No.
What's next?
Cyberpunk.
So not like huge news about this, just the fact that CD Projekt Red has come out and stated that they are not going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077 at all until the year 2013. They want to focus on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt until that point. But interestingly enough, CD Projekt Red's CEO has said that they think that Cyberpunk is going to be more commercially successful than The Witcher. Which, I mean, would be hard to do, first of all, because that was a huge game release. I think everybody that I know bought The Witcher 3 and literally asked me, why aren't you playing it yet?
I've been berated by people like, why aren't you? I'm busy. I'm busy. I didn't play the first two because I'm terrible.
So, I mean, everything CDPR has done so far has been phenomenal. So if they claim that their next endeavor is going to be even better, then I'm kind of inclined to believe them.
Plus, I mean, new IPs they tend to sell a little bit better. I think The Witcher 3. I think the number 3 will kind of like
scare
a little people off.
Because we've seen a lot of sequels, spiritual successors, prequels, DLC, but not a ton of new IPs anymore these days.
Right,
so.
except for from our good friends at Nintendo, who has Splatoon coming out this week, which I'm more than pumped for. I'm like fanboying.
Yeah, you have been every time I see you, you're just
Splatoon. I eat, breathe, live, sleep Splatoon. So the review embargo is up today. Our review went up. Go check it out. And there's also a video review that's by Jonathan Holmes. I know you guys love him.
Everyone loves him.
Yeah, everyone loves him. So check that out. It's on the channel. I'll put a little link somewhere. But other than that, somebody loves Splatoon probably even more than I do because they stole a truck full of Splatoon limited editions in the UK. So now Game in the UK is calling customers and saying, we don't have your limited edition copy because someone stole it. So
well, okay, so I gotta wonder why you would do something like that, because now this guy can't exactly, or this girl can't exactly like turn around and sell those copies, in advance, because then it's pretty obvious. Well, let's see, truckload of games goes missing.
Right.
This guy starts selling games before it's released.
Well,
so what is the benefit there?
The special edition came with the squid amiibo, and that's the only way you can get it. So the price of those are going to go up, and then he's going to.
Oh, so he's going to wait until the game gets released, open all the boxes, and sell them on eBay.
That's what I would do if I were in the UK last week or recently and stole a truck full of those. So wasn't me though. I don't think.
Didn't you just get back into town from a trip? But
no,
you didn't take a trip across the pond.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so I think that the only other thing we have to talk about is our favorite fighting game, Ultra Street Fighter 4, just came out.
Is that our favorite? Do I have to put my endorsement
no,
on that as well?
I've never played it, but it just came out on the PS4, and apparently it's having lots of issues. I guess the online is having issues, frame rate's having issues, and then the biggest thing is like the framing, as they call it, or the frames. When they're playing the competitive fighting, it's not syncing up with the controller how it would on the other systems. It's actually like 8 frames behind, and it's throwing off.
Actually, sounds like a huge issue, because that's kind of the point of fighting games. You have to hit the buttons with the perfect rhythm, perfect timing to get the combos.
It's pretty shocking that it actually got released in this state. Like, the fighting game community is really picky about this stuff. Like, they have to play specific monitors, specific everything. So something like this is major. So hopefully Capcom can get around to fixing that. You know what time it is now?
I think it's time for the game of the week.
The game of the week!
So, as you guys know, each week we shout out what our favorite. We do it at the same time. We shout out what our favorite game, or what we thought the game of the week was. Now, this doesn't have to be a game that got released or is getting released this week. Just what game we've been into this week. And I think I know what Jed's gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
But you probably don't know what I'm gonna say. So, all right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
KOTOR! Splatoon. KOTOR?
Yeah!
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes! Because I just found out that they have it on the iPad.
Yes.
Because I didn't have an iPad until a couple weeks ago, so I didn't know there was an iPad version.
Yeah, I've seen lots of
people
play it.
So I bought that today.
That's exciting, I guess.
I'm excited about it.
It's not Splatoon though, which is the best.
Well, yeah, okay, but
it's the best.
I now have KOTOR on my iPad, so I have a couple trips coming up. I sit there on the plane and
KOTOR it up.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Because touchscreen controls are the best.
Well, my iPad's already kind of it's disgusting. It's greasy. It's whatever. Overshare.
Well,
I think that does it.
That does it. We still don't have any awesome sponsors, but you are going to get T-Bell after this. So
yeah. So
we love you, T-Bell.
Taco Bell, we love you. We both. We were rapping about how much we love Taco Bell right before this. As we were going over our comparing our pre-show notes, and we love Taco Bell, and we would gladly eat free tacos or whatever in exchange for plugging your product.
We'll eat them on the video right now. We'll just have sour cream all over my beard, and I'll never wipe it just to alienate everyone. Anyways, bye.